Lethal VR is a target shooting game where you use a variety of different weapons to put your marksman skills to the test. You will use pistols, knives, submachine guns, and a few other neat weapons to take out targets as quickly and efficiently as possible. There aren't any actual enemies, just human targets, statues, and bullseyes, and you will never venture outside your high-tech training area. There is little to do in Lethal VR aside from point and shoot, and that should tell you whether or not this game is for you. For the most part, Lethal VR is entirely a skill-based experience. At first, I was lazily pointing my weapons at the targets and getting frustrated that it wasn't hitting where I expected them to. But once I actually gripped up and held my weapon like I would in an actual shooting range, I was scoring multiple headshots, taking down targets with precision, and feeling like an absolute badass. Throwing weapons takes some getting used to, and I still don't feel like they're entirely accurate, but neither does the developer, as pretty much any scenario with a throwing weapon has a really low score to obtain. As I am playing this on PlayStation VR, the only real shortcomings in the aiming is when targets are directly to the side of you, as the unit has a hard time measuring where you're pointing. Largely, the targets are within acceptable range for the PSVR, and you will have a great time blowing their cardboard brains out, if that's your sort of thing. All in all, there are about 30 scenarios you can go through with standard weapons, and a few bonus rounds where you can use unique weapons, like the golden gun from James Bond, or Crocodile Dundee's giant machete. There are several more cool ones, but I won't spoil the fun for you. After you play through each scenario, there isn't a ton of incentive to go back and play them again, aside from earning a higher rank or beating your friend's score. I honestly wanted a few more scenarios to play, but really that's just a testament to how much fun I had playing Lethal VR. It really has me excited to play a more fleshed out VR shooter with the depth of a standard game. At the end of the day, Lethal VR is totally worth your time if you enjoy the idea of a shooting gallery or a police training room. It's extremely easy to understand and fun to play, but also the lack of any actual player motion will make it easier for newcomers to VR so they don't feel sick. It doesn't quite have the number of scenarios I'd like to play, but it certainly has me excited for a developer to take this concept and run with it. Lethal VR is currently available on the PlayStation VR and PC.